with the sternest test along the road, surely, against Argentina. Game coming up in just a few minutes. Let's confirm the lineups for you now. For Brazil, Odvan is dropped from the defence tonight. João Carlos comes back in. Emerson back from suspension as well. So too Rivaldo, as the chaps have been predicting. And Zé Roberto replaces Alex, who is dropped. And for Argentina, Javier Zanetti is back from suspension in midfield. So the only absentee from their regular midfield lineup for the World Cup last year is Juan Verón, who's not in the squad. And Ariel Ortega has completed the ban imposed on him in the World Cup quarter-final against Holland last year, and now returns. What a great time for him to return.
Thousands of Argentine fans making the journey as well. A 25,000 sellout, and they could have filled the stadium many times over. Need I tell you, Brazil in the famous yellow shirts, and the first free kick coming inside the first 10 seconds, setting the tone for what we are about to see unfold.
I don't think there's any surprise in that, and I think that the Argentinians will be intent on trying to frustrate Brazil, trying to stop them getting into their rhythm.
Carlos Alberto's free kick causing the first problem for Argentina's defence. Samuel, the outstanding young centre-back, got it away. But when Brazil have possession like this, it's mighty hard, or should be, to get it back off them. But that was a poor mistake in the middle of the midfield there by Conceição to give possession back to Argentina. Pochettino playing in place of the injured, or rather suspended, Nelson Vivas coming forward. And the first attempt at already, less than 4 minutes gone.
It's because of the closing down, Alan. Really exceptional closing down from both sets of players.
Ronaldo. Explosion of pace that gets him away from defenders. Rivaldo wanted too much time, but it's come back to Ronaldo. Good effort from that range, and the goalkeeper had trouble saving it. Burgos mishandling the first shot.
Well, Ronaldo was a bit fortunate to get it back, but it's a fine shot. It just bounces in front of the goalkeeper, a difficult one. Luckily, he gets his body behind it. But again, Ronaldo, for me, looking as if he's coming back to his...
Well, already you can sense there's an edge to this game that we haven't really witnessed in the Copa America so far. And that's gone in! A deflected shot from Sorin has found the net, and Argentina take the lead inside 11 minutes. What a setback for the champions Brazil.
Well, I said it was a fast start from Argentina, and that is the perfect start for them. A speculative drive for Sorin, takes a wicket deflection. Didar going the wrong way, absolutely no chance, and Argentina take the lead.
Well, that's just what we wanted, really, for a match that always promised so much. Really, that might go down officially as an own goal, you suspect, because it looked like a deliberate attempt by João Carlos to clear the ball. However, he only managed to deflect it into his own net and wrong-foot his own goalkeeper in the process. And certainly these quarter-finals are providing us with a glut of goals. That's 14 already at this stage of the Copa America, which is well on course to be one of the highest scoring tournaments in recent times.
I've got to say, I don't think it's the end of the scoring either, Alan.
Well, you can't argue that it's one that you feel they merit for their adventurous opening to the game here. Argentina, and off they go again with Palermo shots. Good effort.
Well, it is a case of Brazil being in first gear, and they have got to change up a gear, because otherwise they could find themselves further behind. Palermo picks up on the loose ball, fierce left foot drive, didn't trouble Dida because of it being off target.
Well, winning the tackle, loses his man, Sorin. Lovely skill by the captain, Cafu. But Samuel stood his ground, defended well. Simeone helping him out, now Sorin. Argentina leading by a goal to nil here, just coming up to 20 minutes completed in the fourth and final Mexico, Uruguay and Chile are already through to the semi-final stage, and the winners of this tie will meet Mexico.
Absolutely fantastic work by Ortega again. Ball switched out to Carlos, and who's back there tracking him and intercepting Ortega.
Moresto with a great run. Referee says play on. Rivaldo in possession. Tremendous effort. Pushed out by Burgos, and the shot back in from Cafu, deflected away. Here's Emerson, and a very good challenge by Gonzalez, and then a foul by Field, but still finds room, and this is going to be a free kick that he himself will fancy taking here. It's spot on inside his territory, although with the likes of Rivaldo around as well, he might have some competition for taking this free kick. And isn't it significant that it was Cafu, the right back, who was in that position and fouled?
Yeah, when you think of where he's come from, it's extraordinary the amount of space that he covers, the distance that he travels, ends up on the edge of the 18-yard box. Ronaldo looks to fancy it. Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Roberto Carlos, take your pick.
Yeah, there must be some arguments about who takes free kicks in this squad.
I tell you, Alan, I don't think we've seen too many spectacular free kicks. Not the type that you would expect in a tournament like this, but Rivaldo has treated us to a superb one. Dangerous area, he was the man, gave the keeper absolutely no chance. Pure quality.
Burgos knew where it was going, he could do absolutely nothing about it. And sometimes in football, even when you know what to expect from the opposition, you can't prevent it happening when there are players with that kind of quality.
It was real quality, but I think Ronaldo standing there as well maybe unsettled Burgos, thinking he might have hit it with the right foot, but no, Rivaldo with that trusted left foot. Great free kick.
Rivaldo's second goal of the tournament. And what a match we have now. 12 minutes to half-time. Brazil are level. Riquelme's free kick for Argentina. Comes back to him. Big test now for Argentina. They've made such a terrific start. They played so well and so confidently. They must hold on now and not panic.
The goal was actually a result of probably the first missed time tackle by an Argentinian defender. They've been absolutely exemplary in that first 20 minutes. Cafu gets forward, brought down in a dangerous area, and what a result.
Zanetti finds Ortega. And here's another. This team, a free kick here in the dying moments of the first half. Looks like Ortega possibly this time lining it up. And struck rather too straight really to give Dida a problem.
I tell you, it was a tester for Dida though, because it came through the wall, bounced just in front of him, and again he had to make sure he was right behind it.
Into the final minute of the first half here in Ciudad del Este. One goal each. Riquelme doing brilliantly. Conceição stuck at his job. He thinks he should have had a free kick. In the pace or the entertainment. Zanetti for Argentina. Another surging run. He's having a wonderful game down this right-hand side, Zanetti. And that's a great ball back to Palermo. And it comes back to the big number 9, who should really have done better.
from Zanetti, and he eventually gets the ball through to Palermo. It's on his unfavoured right-hand side. He really doesn't strike this particularly cleanly. Comes back off the keeper. He has to then try to dig it out with his left foot and toes it into the side netting. In a game as tight as this, that has to go down as a chance. And I think Palermo will be disappointed he hasn't hit the target.
Riquelme will take the free kick. It was a real difficult one again for the goalkeeper. Well, there are so many options. Samuel and Simeone rising together. I think the centre-back just got the touch there, and the goalkeeper had to be on his toes.
They obviously feel that the aerial threat will cause Brazil problems, and Samuel gets the header in. Dida is pleased to again grasp it as it bounces just in front of his feet.
And we've reached half-time in Ciudad del Este, and what a superb 45 minutes football we've seen here, with Argentina taking the lead. A fabulous goal from them in terms of the build-up, but serene shot deflected beyond goalkeeper Dida, and then a fantastic free kick, bringing Brazil level. Two nations who have lived up to expectations, and how, in this match. Two of the great footballing countries of the world, of course. They've won the World Cup 6 times between them. 4 of those to Brazil. The 28th time they've met, incidentally, in this competition. Argentina have 13 wins, Brazil 7 matches drawn. And if it is a draw at the end of 90 minutes, then we'll have a penalty shootout to decide who goes through to meet Mexico in the semi-final in this stadium on Wednesday night. Well, and if Riquelme is the new Argentine star in midfield, Samuel fills the same role in defence. Both of them are only 21. Here's Zé Roberto for Brazil. Rivaldo. I'm sure there's a piece of elastic between him and the football. When it's on his left foot, it just doesn't seem to move away from it. Zé Roberto. Emerson. Lovely pace and power, and a great goal! Ronaldo gives Brazil the lead! What a wonderful goal! 4 minutes into the second half, the champions are in front, and Ronaldo becomes top scorer in the Copa America, his 4th of the tournament.
Well, Brazil starting this second half with controlled possession. They build it up through midfield. Got to say, it was a fine strike from Ronaldo, but Burgos has to be questioned. It pops out to him here, 22 yards out. It's a fair strike, but really it's gone under the goalkeeper. Perfect start to the second half for Brazil. I would now expect them to go on and win this comfortably.
Well, Ronaldo scored 5 goals in the Copa America 2 years ago. He wasn't actually top scorer in that tournament. Hernandez of Mexico got 6. And Ronaldo's strike here has given Brazil the perfect start to the second half. What kind of reply do Argentina have now?
And it was the first time really in the game that Argentina hadn't pressed the ball. They'd given
the goalkeeper Dida. Was reserved to Taparel in the World Cup last summer. Taparel not here though. He pulled out of the squad before the Copa America, and Dida has looked a solid and reliable keeper. And he might be under pressure again here. Challenged by Antonio Carlos. Brazil have conceded another free kick, this one even nearer the penalty area.
Well, surprisingly, Argentina have picked it back up again after that goal. I thought that Brazil would control the game, but really it's Argentina who have lifted the tempo, taken the game back to Brazil, putting them under a lot of pressure, and a great opportunity here.
Dida anxiously lining up the wall. He hopes he's got it right here. He can't have much of a view of this, the Brazilian goalkeeper. Riquelme takes it again, and certainly the goalkeeper's positioning was absolutely spot on.
Well, Riquelme with the right foot, he actually goes over the defender who ducks. Dida's watched it all the way, and it's a good stop at full stretch.
It was prevented from crossing the line, and Argentina turned deep defence into attack. Riquelme for that. A composed-looking player, Riquelme. Ortega lost his man brilliantly then. Ronaldo chasing back over the head of Palermo. The first touch from Lopez. Now that was a clumsy challenge, and the referee has pointed to the spot, and it's the substitute Beto who has made the tackle, and suddenly Brazil's lead is looking in danger here. He didn't need to make that challenge. The Argentine players, Lopez was heading away from goal. There was no immediate threat, and the youngster made a tackle that he didn't need to make, and Argentina have got a lifeline.
It was just clumsy. There was absolutely no need, as you say, to make the challenge. He just needed to stay on his feet. Two substitutes involved. Lopez just steps across. Beto really just charges into him. Totally unnecessary, and has given Argentina the chance to go at draw level.
Well, Palermo said he would take a penalty if necessary despite his 3 misses. Not surprisingly, he's not taking it. It's the captain, Ayala, who steps up, and the goalkeeper has made a fine save. Dida dived to his right to keep out Ayala's penalty, and that might be the save that puts Brazil into the semi-finals.
And it was far from a well-struck penalty. Dida gets right at full stretch, gets his long right arm to the penalty.
In getting his team through to the last 4 of South America's version of the European Championships. The substitutes are ready to celebrate. It's all over! Brazil have beaten Argentina, and the semi-final lineup in the Copa America is now complete. Brazil will play Mexico in this stadium on Wednesday night, and the champions are going to take some beating. They recovered from going a goal behind early on, came back to equalise through Rivaldo and win it through Ronaldo with a strike early in the second half. Brazil 2, Argentina 1.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Clive. So we'll confirm the semi-final draw for you. The late part of Tuesday into Wednesday, it's Uruguay against Chile. 24 hours later, Mexico against Brazil now. Sky Sports, the only place you can see these games is with us live. Well, Graham Souness, your thoughts on Brazil's performance tonight?
They did enough to win. I thought the first half they were excellent. I thought both teams in the first half were excellent. When they got their second goal, Brazil, they played a different game completely. Give credit to Argentina because they kept going. Tried to get back into the game. Got the penalty, missed the penalty, but really the best team won. The best team's going through.
Chris Waddle, did it live up to expectations for you?
It was very